Hello, how are you? I've had some time to think, and think you should know why I create these videos. And I create them for you, for each and every one of you, but you specifically. I firmly believe that if you decide to place yourself in someone's life, to be a part of their life, you need to benefit them. Because if you're not there to benefit them, you're not there to add any value at all, then you technically shouldn't be there. You're taking up space, you're taking up air, you're wasting everyone's time and energy. Why am I bringing that up? I'm bringing that up because we meet a lot of people and we allow people to come into our lives in varying degrees. But we don't truly understand why we have that person in our life, why we're allowing them to be in our life, or vice versa. And I'm very selective on who I allow to what extent in my life. And I'm very particular about who I allow myself to become a part of their life. Because I believe if I'm going to be a part of your life, then I need to add some great benefit, some great value. If I'm not adding benefit, if I'm not adding value, then I will depart. Because I believe that is not what my existence is about. I'm not here to add any strife, any misery, any discomfort in any way, shape, or form in someone's life. I think life offers enough of that. So if I can't be of benefit and bring happiness, joy, peace, comfort, stability, security, safety, I will depart without batting an eye. I won't think twice about it. So why am I bringing this up? Because I had a conversation with someone this week, and this person actually told me that I am a difficult person. And no, that wasn't me saying that. No, this person told me that I am a difficult person. And that comment stuck in my head. Because for some reason, I think difficult people get a very, very bad rap. And you probably say, yes, I would feel that way because my show is called I'm Difficult and Demanding. And my show is called I'm Difficult and Demanding for a reason. And this reason is particularly tied to this. People seem to have a very strong adverse reaction to difficult people. And I don't know why. And you're probably thinking, well, isn't it motherfucking obvious why they have a strong reaction? On the surface, yes. But I truly don't understand why being difficult is an issue. And I know there's different types of difficult people. But I want to talk about people who are difficult for a reason. And let's start with myself. I consider myself a rare breed. I'm not normal in most regards. I'm not normal at all. And I own the fact that I'm really difficult, extremely difficult. But here's the funny thing. I am one of the most nicest, kindest, loving, compassionate, considerate, respectful people that you will meet. I'm one of the rare people that will take someone as is, accept you with open arms, wholeheartedly, without judging you. And you're probably thinking, well, that doesn't sound like the person who's difficult and demanding. No, that doesn't sound like the person who's difficult and demanding. But let me tell you why I'm difficult. I'm difficult for a reason. Me, particularly, I'm difficult because I have standards. I have exacting standards. And in regards to my standards, I actually apply them to myself first and foremost. As far as how I live my life, my integrity, my ethics, my actions, my value system, all of that, I try to keep it at the highest standards of excellence. Because I don't half-ass, I don't pussyfoot. And if I choose to have someone in my life, I don't half-ass and I don't pussyfoot with them also. You see, if I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do that shit. I don't commit to something that I cannot deliver on. If I think I cannot deliver, then I will not commit. But if I do give my word is good as gold. Simple as that. My word is as good as gold. But a number of people, they say they're going to do things and they don't do it. Or they do it and they do it half-ass. And that is when I become extremely, extremely difficult. You see, if I'm giving you my best, because I gave you my word and I committed to doing something, then I expect that in return. You see, but a lot of people don't understand that that's a two-way street. When you give them your best and they want to give you some half-ass pussyfooting shit, and you got a problem with that, then they call you difficult. How am I going to be difficult on some shit that you told me you're going to deliver to me and I'm holding you accountable for that? Because if you were at a job and your employer told you you need to do X, Y, and Z, and you don't deliver X, Y, and Z, you will find yourself without a job very, very shortly. So why is it in relationships? People think that they can shortchange you. They promise you to do something, to get something from you in return. You deliver on your part of the bargain, but they don't hold up to their agreement. Yeah, they don't hold up to their agreement. And then when you point out that they're not holding up to their agreement, naturally or unnaturally, they have an attitude with that. And they start calling you difficult and trying to make you think that your expectations are unreasonable. First of all, you wouldn't have had those expectations if that person didn't volunteer to deliver their part of the bargain. And since they can't come through, instead of owning that, they try to flip the script and make it seem like there's something wrong with you for expecting them to deliver. Yes. You see, I have some particular points on when I become difficult. I don't like to be shortchanged, and I don't like to settle. Because if I'm not asking someone else to settle, you better be pretty damn sure you cannot ask me to settle. So difficult people have this bad rap that they are not easy to be in a relationship with. And I don't think that's the case at all. What I find is that with difficult people, you got the wrong people around you. Because if you know what you want, and you know what it looks like, and you can articulate that, I think that's fucking brilliant. Because most people don't know a goddamn thing for what socks they're going to wear to what they're going to eat for breakfast. So if you got all that laid out with great clarity, and you can articulate that to another person, I don't think that makes you difficult at all. What happens is that you are engaging with people who are not equipped to deliver the goods or the services that you require, that you need. And when you deal with subpar people, substandard people, they don't want to feel inadequate. They don't want to own that shit that they couldn't step up to the plate. So then what they proceed to do is make it seem like you are not lovable. You are not one that someone can embrace. You're not one that someone can understand. You're not someone that one can tolerate. And I'm here to tell you that's all a lie. That's all a lie. You just hired the wrong people for the goddamn job. Listen to what I said. No one likes to own the fact that they are inadequate. And I understand if you don't like my terminology, it's very direct, but that's how I know how to deal with shit, directly. I'm not going to pussyfoot around it. If you can't do a job, you shouldn't take the job. And then when you realize you cannot do the job, you should be upfront about it. But no, people don't want to be upfront. They want to continue with the perks of the job without delivering on the services that are required of the job. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then when you say, hey, you need to do this, this is not good enough, this is not good enough, then all of a sudden, you're difficult. You're difficult. You're not difficult. You're being put in a difficult circumstances, difficult situation. There's nothing wrong with you as like there is nothing wrong with me. Why should someone like myself have to settle for some bullshit? And why should someone like you have to settle for some bullshit? Why? Why? And why do we sit here and tolerate the fact that someone's trying to get us to believe, make us believe that we're difficult? No, I'm not difficult. I know what I want, how I want it, when I want it, why I want it, and who the fuck I want it from. Do you understand? Does that make me difficult? I would say that would make me a woman highly desirable because I know what the fuck I want. There's no guessing. There's no gray area. There's no I don't know. There's none of that. I know exactly what I want. The question is, can you deliver the shit or not? If you can't deliver it, I understand. And I still respect you. But you need to get the fuck out of my way, sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, to let someone who knows what they're doing step into the place accordingly. Do you understand? Do you understand? Difficult people have a bad rap, and they shouldn't. And then we feel obligated as difficult people to let other people know that we're difficult. Why do you have to let someone know that shit? Let me tell you something. When someone can do the job and they know they can do the job, you're not difficult. You're not difficult at all. You're actually quite refreshing. Very refreshing. Because I can appreciate someone who knows what they want, what it looks like, and how to articulate that. I also can appreciate someone who can say, hey, I appreciate what you've done, but if you tweak it this way, I'll be overjoyed and quite happy. You see, I believe that I hold the key to making difficult people very, very soft. Yes, I make difficult people very, very soft. Do you want to know why? Because I'm very fulfilling. I provide approval, validation, respect, safety, comfort, appreciation. Yeah, when I know what the fuck I'm dealing with and I know exactly what I need to deliver, it makes my job very, 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 very easy. What do you think about that? When there's no guesswork, it's laid bare right in front of you. All you got to do is deliver that shit. And I specialize in delivery. I specialize in 5-star delivery. I don't believe in excuses. I don't believe in justifications. And if I cannot deliver, you better believe there's a pretty good damn reason or there's a slight delay. But I deliver. And I take pride in the fact that I can deliver. Because I'm smart enough not to sign up for some shit that I cannot do. I am smart enough not to stack myself for failure. What do you think about that? So if you thought by telling me that you're difficult, that means something, that's going to do something, no. I found it very amusing because I already knew that. And that is one of the appeal, that is part of the draw. To know that one can basically crack a difficult person. One can make a difficult person very, very malleable. What do you think about that? I find that very intriguing. I find that very amusing. You see, as much as I'm told that I'm a difficult person, let me tell you one piece or one fact about me. No one leaves me. No one ever leaves me. I do the leaving. Listen to what the fuck I said. No one leaves me. And there's a reason why. I am very fulfilling. I creep and crawl inside your very being. And I blossom from the inside out. I take the fuck over. And I take over in a very good, a very loving, supportive, respectful, validating way. There's no place but me. You know, people say there's no place but home. No, there's no place but me. You know why? Because I accept people. And I only accept people that I want to accept. Let's be clear. Don't think around going out picking up motherfuckers at the stop sign. I don't do that. So if I have made my way into your world, I've made my way into your life, let it be known. I know exactly what I am doing. I know exactly why I'm doing it. Because I like to prove everyday random motherfuckers wrong. Yeah, let me elaborate. I told you before that I'm a rare breed. I also told you before that I'm difficult. You see, but anyone who listens to my show, I told you if you expect shit, you will receive shit. What does that mean? It means expect nothing but the best and don't settle for less. So if I know I bring the best, I play to win. And when I play to win, what that means is that people think if you play to win, oh, you're doing it for your own benefit. No, 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 no. Let me tell you how I work. How I play to win. I play to win by making people extremely happy, satisfied, gratified, comfortable, loved, supported, respected, validated. The list goes on and on and on. Because once I finish hooking you the fuck up, guess what you're going to want to do? You're going to want to do everything in your power to keep me protected and treasured like the gem I am. Oh yeah, that's some reverse psychology for you people, isn't it? Yeah, we have a tendency to want to get our needs met. No, 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 I operate differently. I play things a lot differently. What I do is I get inside you mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. I figure out why you're difficult. I understand you at the deepest, utmost level. Because once I know that I know what makes you go tick, 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 tick. Because if I know what makes you tick, I know how to speed your clock up. I know how to slow it the fuck down. But the fact is, I get within you. I get inside of you and I stay within you. I am home. Do you understand what I said? I'm home. And you probably think that's very audacious of me. Well, I can be audacious because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know what I bring. I know what I have. I know what I give. And I know what you can get from me. And that is the type of person that people should want to fuck with. My goal is to bring happiness, peace, comfort, security. Because when I give that and you realize you can't get that from any place else, I get what I need and want. Do you understand? It's a two-way street. A lot of us are in lopsided situations where we're left to believe that because you're difficult, that means something. No, being difficult doesn't mean anything. Being difficult to me knows that you know what the fuck you're doing. You know how to locate it. And you're not settling. So I'm okay with that. Because I'm a person who can do the goddamn job. And I'm sure there's other people around, not many, who can do the job. So people like me are not intimidated by someone who is difficult. Because we understand the reasons, the rationale behind that. You see, but when you're around people who cannot deliver, who cannot do the job, they're inadequate. And no one wants to feel inadequate. They'd rather make someone else feel inadequate than to admit that they have accepted the job they cannot do and go the fuck someplace else where they can do the job. Do you understand? So we need to stop feeling bad or embarrassed or ashamed. And maybe you don't feel bad, embarrassed, or ashamed. Maybe you don't give a fuck if people know that you're difficult. Maybe you take pride in the fact that you're difficult. Whatever. I don't really give a damn. But what I'm telling you, you telling me that you're difficult, or you telling someone else that you're difficult, it means shit to me. I know that. That's the draw. That is the appeal. Because difficult to me means a very strong person, a courageous person, a bold, audacious person. And the list goes on and on and on. I find difficult people, I find them quite sexy, especially if they know what the fuck they want. Now, if you're a difficult person and you know what the fuck you want, then me, that pisses me the fuck off, because I can't deal with whimsical people or bullshit, because you can never win. I like winning. I don't know about you. And if I had to take a guess, you like winning too. So if you know someone who knows what they want, and you know what you want, and you both can articulate that, that sounds like a situation where both parties can win. What do you think about that? You like to win, don't you? Of course you do. We get a lot of fulfillment from winning. And when you don't have to guess, that makes winning so much easier. And isn't easy and simple best? I think so. I think so. So we need to be able to better identify people who likes to basically spoon feed us bullshit. We have to identify people who say they can do something, but they really can't do it. But you have some really savvy people who agree to some terms, who are going to do their part, and they rope you in. And then when they get you to a point where you're kind of pigeonholed, you're stuck, then their true colors come out. They don't hold their end of the bargain. And then you're looking like, what the fuck just happened here? I thought we had an agreement. Well, one of you was sincere. The other person was running game. They were duping. They were biding their time until they had a level of anchorage security in which they can pull the fucking hood over your head, or basically pull the hood off of that motherfucking face and show you that the wolf that they are, right? Where Little Red Riding Hood actually shows that she's a wolf. Yes. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying. And I've encountered a number of people myself who say they're going to deliver filet mignon and they come up with some fucking chuck ground beef. I don't deal with that shit. I will go without than to settle for some bullshit. Do you understand? And no one or nothing can convince me that I should have anything that's beneath what I deserve. Because if you know who I am and you know what the fuck I bring to the table, you wouldn't try to convince me to settle for less than what I deserve. Listen very clearly to what I said. If you have standards and you have articulated that to someone, and they say they understood and they agree to the terms of your deal and agreement, and you find that that person is not delivering for whatever their reasons are, and they're telling you, I can't give you that, I don't want to give you that, but I can give you this, and you know that shit they're offering you is not good enough for you, that's a clue and a hint right there that you got a fucked up situation. Because anyone who truly loved you and cared for you, they would not offer you less than anything that you want to deserve. Do you understand what I'm saying? Real love, true love, is honest and forthright. Real love and true love will accept you whether you're difficult or motherfucking not. Real love, true love will never ever try to give you anything less than what you are worthy of and deserve. And if someone holds you in the highest regard, with the utmost respect and the purest unconditional love, you better believe they will always bring their goddamn A game. Actually, it'll be the AAA game. You know, AAA batteries, they will give you their AAA game. They will not even show up with some bullshit to hand it over to you. And that's something that we all need to think about and consider. We spend a lot of time talking about sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Have you guys ever thought about, instead of sacrifice, fulfillment? Have you ever thought about that what you may consider a sacrifice, or what you may think another person is sacrificing, may not be a sacrifice for that person at all. It may be a fulfillment for the person. But unless you are clear and you have that conversation, you will never know. I don't consider dealing with a difficult person a sacrifice. If it's the right person, it can be very, very fulfilling and very intriguing. And if you are intimidated by the difficult person, then I would say that you probably shouldn't be bothered with that person, because you cannot understand. And I work very hard to understand people, their motives, why they do what they do, how they do what they do. And that gets me going, having an understanding of the person, because it helps me do what I do best. Do you understand? I invest time, energy, and thought in the right people so I can deliver with precision on what I need to deliver on. Because one thing I will tell you, there's no forgetting me. You may forget other motherfuckers, but you don't forget me. What you get from me, you will not find any place else. Let's be clear, which is why I told you, I am a rare species. I am a rare breed. I am not boring at all. Not boring at all. I take great pride and great pleasure in making people weak with happiness and bliss. What do you think about that? Yeah, I get a kick out of that. I get a kick out of fulfilling people, validating them, giving them great comfort, respect, love. I like that shit because I'm good at it. I'm very good at it, which is why I get to be difficult. And I get to ask for what I ask for, and I get to receive what the fuck I receive because I'm worthy of that and more. Can you say that? Can you say that? Difficult people to me are people with goddamn standards, unwavering, exact standards. And I would be one of those. Are you that? Can you command that? Can you be difficult and not ashamed, embarrassed about that shit? Can you do that? Then if you can't do that, then you can't be difficult. And you definitely can't be difficult and demanding. Yeah, you gotta know what the fuck you bring to the table. You say, like I told you before, I know what the fuck I am. Do you know what the fuck you are? Which is why I can call myself difficult and demanding. I can do that. Because what I give is beyond, above and beyond anything that anyone could possibly grasp or imagine. Now I'm asking you, what are you bringing to the goddamn table? What's in your cards? How do you play your hand? Because I know how to play my hand. I know how to play my hand. And anyone who's in my presence know what I do and how I do it. I'm very fluid. And when you're fluid, you get to run and wrap around everything with a perfect fit. Listen to what I said. When you are hard concrete like a rock, you're not very malleable. I'm very malleable. Who or what I'm dealing with, I mold to that person to be a perfect fit. You're saying that's not who you are. Yes, that's who I am. And when I say I'm a perfect fit, I know how to love a person. I know how to respect that person. I know how to support that person. I know how to validate that person. I know how to make that person feel fulfilled with me versus feel like they're sacrificing with me. There's no sacrificing with me. There's only gains with me. Do you understand? There's no sacrificing. So get that shit out of your head. If you don't gain with me, then I cease to be in your life. And if I'm still present in your life, that means there's gains that you don't even know that are available to you, that you need to figure out what they are, and you need to ask what they are so you can reap the benefits. That's how we need to be in the lives of others. We need to bring them happiness, but I want to be clear. You can't go around making other motherfucking people happy unless you know that they're the type of person who's going to reciprocate and give back to you. See, there's a lot of tricky motherfuckers out there who will take shit from you and have nothing to add in return. No, 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 no. You have to know who and the fuck you're dealing with and how they are, what's their nature. You say difficult people. To me, they're deprived people. They're people who are intimidating. They're people who are misunderstood. Those are people who are taken to be cold, calculated, people who are not human or quote unquote have emotions. But no, that's just wrong. Difficult people are full of a lot of emotion. A lot of emotion, more than most people can understand. You see, but you got to have the key to that difficult person. You have to have the key to unlock that door. Yeah, you have to have the key to open the door. Difficult people are just people with high standards that refuse to settle, that refuse bullshit, and will call a spade a goddamn spade. So if you know that, and you know what you bring to the table, you have no reason to be scared. People who are scared, you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and you're a fraud, and you can't do the job. You want the benefits, but you can't handle the responsibility and obligations. And that is when you get blasted by difficult people like me. I don't deal with fraud-based bullshit. I don't deal with fraud-based people. I don't. But for those who deliver, such as myself, that I would say is a win-win situation. And I love to win. And I love to see how I open the gates because I got the key to a difficult person. If anyone thinks or believes that no one knows that you're difficult, you are highly, highly mistaken. You can't be that damn charismatic, that successful, that powerful, that intelligent without having some degree of being difficult. You can't get to where you are in life without being difficult. You got to have backbone. You have to have girth. You have to have gumption. That shit means you got to be difficult. You can't be running around scared. You won't get shit in life but ran the fuck over. So if you thought that one didn't know how temperamental one can be, which translates into being difficult and exacting, you're sorely, sorely mistaken. But what part you are missing is that I got you. What that means is I read you, I understand you, and you need to read and understand the person you're dealing with too. And what you also need to know is that if someone's willing to deal with a person that's quote unquote difficult, that means they see a lot of value in you. A lot of qualities that has not had a chance to be listed or explained. You see, when someone knows, when you tell someone up front that you're difficult, and that person doesn't go any motherfucking place, what that means is that they see you as a god and a goddamn king combined. They see you as a queen and a motherfucking goddess. And if you guys don't know, a god or a goddess is of the utmost. A king and a queen is of the utmost. So if you take a god and a king and you blend that shit together, you know that you are untouchable. You are beyond anything that one can imagine. And I don't know about you, but I consider myself a queen and a motherfucking goddess at the same goddamn time. Which means most motherfuckers can't even begin to approach me. You can't even begin to think about motherfucking approaching me. And you think that's arrogant of me? No, it's not arrogant. It's not arrogant at all. I told you I know what I have, I know what I give, I know what I deliver. And you need to figure that shit out for yourself so you can reach goddess and queen status at the same goddamn time, or god and king status. But that is what I think of you. And that is what I think of me. And do you think that of yourself? Difficult people usually have a lot to offer, but most people can't figure out how to get to that shit because they're ill-equipped to do the job. They're not prepared and they do not understand what it is that you need, you want, and you have to see. So don't get confused. Don't get twisted. Don't. I see you just like you see me. And that label of difficult, to me, that means nothing. It means something to most people because they don't want to put the time and the energy and doing what they need to do, they should be doing. You see, because you do what you need to, you do what you're supposed to. A difficult person is extremely loving, very supportive, very protective. They're everything that you could ever imagine or dream of. There's no sacrificing with a difficult person when you know what the fuck you're doing. But we're mismatched, we're misaligned, and we're mismatched and we're misaligned. And if you're mismatched and misaligned for a long enough time, you start to think that, you know what, as a difficult person, I am unworthy. Nope, that's not true. I'm unlovable. Nope, that's not true. Not true at all. That actually makes you more lovable. That makes you more appreciated. Because you know what that means? That means most people can't deal with your ass, which means that's good. Because it's right for me. Is it right for you? So the next time you encounter a difficult person, I ask all of you, don't begrudge them. Don't judge them. Get to know them. Get to understand them. And if you cannot understand them and get to know them, then you know what? That person's difficulty is not right for you. But if it is right for you, and you know how to deliver so that that person can relax, they feel comfortable, calm, safe, and secure. They know that they're not being taken for granted. They know that they're going to be loved, nurtured, looked after. Then when you can give a difficult person all the things that they need, Watch the transformation. Watch how they blossom and open toward you. Difficult people are hard asses because people are running games and trying to shortchange them. And that is when they want to take a bite out your ass and spit you to the motherfucking curb and be done with you. Or they ride your ass like a motherfucking horse to get what the fuck they want. But they don't want to do that. They want to trust, know, and believe that if you say you're going to deliver, you're going to deliver. And if you can't deliver, you let them know and you set expectations up front and give them an alternative about what you can do. But if you're trying slick shit and think you're going to get over and get by on a difficult person, no, that's why they're difficult. Because they're going to hold your ass to the fucking fire. They may burn you a couple of times in the motherfucking fire. But that's only a chance for you to either step up to the plate or bow the fuck out. But when there's so many perks, people don't like to bow the fuck out, do they? No, they like to soak it up, soak it up, and soak it up. And that's when they get kicked to the fucking curb, and that's where it ends. So, I want to be clear. Difficult people are very loving, very supportive. You just got to deliver what it is that they're asking you for. And if you can't deliver it, don't put yourself up there to do the job that you cannot do. Because if you do that, you're going to get burned. You'll get burned by me. But if you deliver what is being asked for, there's a whole world of love and support and protection and guidance and respect that you can receive. Difficult people are rare breeds. You just got to get beyond what they're showing you. And if you can see beyond that, they will be unbelievably loyal to you because they will also know that you are a treasure and rare person. Because most people will run or they'll try to dupe and fool a difficult person, but in the end, they all fall to the wayside. They all fall. Some fall quicker than the others, and some can last for a while running game, but their true colors come out, and then at that point in time, you will get dropped if you cannot deliver. So, why am I difficult and demanding? Because I can be. I am a rare breed. I am a rare species. And no one, let's be clear, leaves me. Ever. Because I'm that type of person that will love you in a way that you will never ever imagine, never could imagine, and you will never have again. There's no replacement for me. There's no substitute for me. There's no one who can come fucking close to me. That is why I'm difficult and demanding. That is why I'm intoxicating. That is why I am a magnet. Because there is no one else like me, which is why I call myself difficult and demanding. Now you will have to come up with your own goddamn tagline. You can't have mine, but I can do this. And I do it. Can you say that no one leaves you? Can you say that? Can you say that people try to leave and they come the fuck back? Do they? Right. I can say that shit. Because I deliver things that you will not get. And you need to figure out what the fuck you deliver that they can't get from any place else. And then you come up with your own tagline. But I'm difficult and I own that shit. And if you can deliver on what I expect, which is very exacting, welcome to my world. Because I am difficult. And when I'm difficult, I become demanding. But if I get what I expect, I get what I need, I get what I want, I get what you told me you're going to deliver, then all that just fades and washes away. And you are in my world, in my heaven. What do you think about that? So no, I'm not running from that. I knew that from day one. I knew that from day two. And I'm going to know that going forward. And I'm not worried about you, and I'm not worried about any other difficult person. Because unlike most people, I know what I do. And I do that shit well. Which is why people come back, they come back, and they come back. So don't be confused and don't be worried. And if one thinks you can continuously be difficult with me, that's not possible. I melt people. I melt them. I give you your deepest desires. I give you your deepest wants. I give you your deepest needs. And I do that shit well. And I know that everyone is different. So there's no cookie cutter approach. Everything is geared to who I have my eye on. And if I have my eye on you, I create a special fucking package for you that you won't get any motherfucking place else. What do you think about that? You think I'm treacherous? I'm not treacherous. I like people to be happy. And I truly, truly believe that we should be happy. I really deep down believe in happiness. I don't believe in sacrificing. I believe in complete, utter fulfillment. And when I make sure that one is fulfilled, you better believe people will jump through hoops of fire, crawl through fucking fire pits, walk over glass, or do whatever for me. Because I can get that shit. Because I have gone above and beyond anything anyone has ever done, anything anyone could ever thought of, anything that anyone can dream of. No one can compare to motherfucking me. Can someone compare to you? Can they? Because if they can, you haven't got in touch with yourself and you don't know who the fuck you are. I know who I am. You need to know who you are. So when you go through this world, you carry that confidence, that air with you, because you know exactly what people get. I know what shock treatment I bring. I know it. I know it. And you know it too. So let's be clear. You're difficult. Great. So am I. It's okay. It's okay. And if being difficult has not been okay in the past, I know why it's been difficult. Difficult people have been disappointed. Difficult people have been asked to lower their expectations, to settle. Difficult people have had to adjust and adapt unnecessarily because they've been slightly duped by people who do not hold up their end of the bargains. By people who make excuses for what they're not doing. They come up with fucking justifications for what they're not doing. And they think that you should be okay with that shit. I said it before. If you are giving someone the world, they need to be giving you the solar system. And when they give you the solar system, you need to give them the motherfucking universe. You both should be striving to bring happiness to one another. Right? Happiness to one another. Not misery. No excuses. Happiness. Fulfillment. No sacrificing. Happiness and fulfillment. Stop doing shit that you don't want to do. Stop accepting shit that you don't want and go get what the fuck you want. Go get what you deserve. Get it. Get it. You deserve it. If you deliver nothing but your best, and someone is giving you half-ass shit, why would you ever swallow that? I spit shit out. I spit it out. And then what I do is I save my shit for someone who's worthy and deserving. Because if you don't know, people don't like to work. They're fucking lazy. They're lazy as hell. And if they can do less, they will do less. But people like me, I'm not lazy. I like to blow people out of this world, knock them out the fucking park, and keep them going. Because that's how I am. I get pride, I get pleasure, I get joy out of making people happy. Because then when you make people happy, you have a captive audience, a willing, ready, able, and available audience who will be there to appease me, to please me. What do you think about that? Protect, nurture. Yeah, you do that. So, if you have any confusion about difficult people, watch this again. But I will never change the fact that I'm difficult and demanding. I'm only difficult and demanding for half-ass, pussyfooting, excuse-making, justifying motherfuckers. And since you are not that, and you've never been that, you and I have nothing to worry about now, do we? When it's a match with two people who deliver, there's no cause for concerns. There's no disappointment. There's nothing like that. It's just fulfillment. And when you can live life with fulfillment, what more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? So, we will see each other again very, very soon. Think about what I said. Whatever's been shared is already known, and it's no big deal at all. Difficult people are one of the most wonderful people in the world that you can meet. For most people, they make a lot of people angry, frustrated. That's for weak-willed people, weak-minded, weak-willed people. But people with some substance, they're not deterred by difficult people. They welcome that. They want to be around people who are of their caliber because they know they deliver quality, not quantity, quality. Quality that stays with you because they see how worthy you are, and they want you to know that you're actually more worthy than what you actually think. That is who you want to surround yourself with. Do you understand? Until the next time.